Well, good morning, friends. This is Abhay Rathor from Rathor's classes, and actually, I have already uploaded some videos and that are related to grammar and motivations. I think it is our debut class for spoken, and I want to upload some spoken classes also because it's very important to all of you. And it's my request to all the guys that I will use both the language, Hindi and English, but you will try to follow English more because you are coming here or you are watching videos to learn how to speak English or how to write English or how to understand English. So just be focused towards English more, but I will use both the language. It will be easy to understand. Okay, thank you. So as it is the first video of a spoken, in that I would like to start from introduction because it is the first problem of all the guys how to introduce myself. So I'm going to give some tips of introduction, and in that I'm just going to write some points also, and it will be very important to just capture that thing, and you can speak before any person about yourself. So some points are there regarding introduction. So our today's first class, it is of introduction. This is the first class for spoken introduction. How to give means introduction. The first point is that key points. The first, name. Okay, so the first point is that when you go for introduction, you have to speak, you have to tell about your name. It has a lot of types. You can tell that my name is Abhay Rathor. You can tell I am Abhay Rathor. Okay, you can tell this is Abhay Rathor here. No matter what you speak, the matter is that you have to just tell about your name, and your expression should be very bold. It has to be confident. It doesn't matter which sentence is right and which sentence is wrong. All sentences are right because a spoken does not do much more query of grammar. If you focus more grammar, you cannot speak good spoken. Okay. So the first thing is that how to speak your name. Yeah, one thing I want to quote here, that sometimes you speak myself Abhay Rathor. It is right, but it will be better to speak I myself Abhay Rathor, because myself cannot come as a subject. तो माई सेल्फ से हम किसी सब्जेक्ट का शुरुआत नहीं करते हैं, तो आपको ये ज़्यादा बेटर होगा कि आप माई सेल्फ से स्टार्ट नहीं करें. सबसे आसान है, सिंपल है कि आई एम अभय राठौर. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू विल पुट योर नेम. आफ्टर नेम then you will go for your means parents also. It's not very important to speak about parents, but you can tell about your father's name, mother's, because if you go for any interview, then you might not speak there. But in common introduction, suppose you talk to some relatives, if you talk to some your near and dear, then you can speak about your mother and father also. Then the next thing is that about your residence or where you reside, where do you belong to. In that I'm giving some points. The second one is like parents. Third one is where you belong to. I mean, it's a normal address, you can put, no problem. Your qualification, and after qualification you can put here hobby and ambition. Hobby and ambition. So friends, I want to tell you here that introduction varies according to situation. I have told you, like this is not the points for interview, but I'm just trying to make you learn regarding the common introduction that you can speak anywhere. So first of all, you have to speak your name in different way. Like you can tell simple I am. Suppose your name is Ravi, then I am Ravi. Your name is Sita, then you will speak here I am Sita. Okay. Your parents, you can tell that my mother's name is Mrs. X, my father's name is Mr. Y, whatever. But here in parents you can write here that I am son of Mrs. X and Mr. Y. You have not to repeat the sentence my father's name is, my mother's name is. Simple, I am son of or I am daughter of. I am son of or daughter of. It will be better to tell first mother's name. Okay, so I am son of Mrs. X and Mr. Y. It will just clarify your father's and mother's both name. After this, your address. In address also you have not to speak a lot of sentences. You have to go for one sentences, like if you are from any village, you can tell my village is X, okay, at the district of Y in the state of Z. Means XYZ, I am telling about your village, your district and your means state. We all are Indian. It is not important to speak I am Indian lastly, because your village, then district and then state. And as in second format you can tell in second way, like I belong to. Simple. I suppose you are out of state. Simple, you have to speak I belong to Darbhanga. Okay, I belong to Darbhanga. Or if you want to tell the name of your village, then I belong to Rampur Falls in district Darbhanga. Okay, very, very simple. After that, you have to speak about your qualification. Simple. Suppose you are pursuing some degree, like you are pursuing graduation, you are pursuing 11th, 12th, whatever. Simple, you have to speak that I am pursuing graduation part 2 with physics honors, math honors, whatever you are pursuing. Simple, okay. And you can put your college name, you cannot put your college name, it doesn't matter. Main thing is confidence, you should be confident. After that, this hobby and ambition, it is very important. While you speak hobby, then it has to be a smiling. Suppose your hobby is what? Like dancing, like reading newspaper, like teaching students, like making stories, reading stories, whatever. Like I think creating some activities. So you have to speak about your hobby, and don't just speak more hobby, because if you speak more hobbies, then in interview you might get some problem. You have to also define there. So you must maintain that hobby that really you exercise every day. Like my hobby is to read newspaper. My hobby is to teach students. Because after that there might be a cross question that why you like this hobby. You must have some content regarding that. So please try to be very, very selective and elective while you choose your hobby. Okay, then this ambition is there. You have to speak simply that my ambition is to be a bank PO, my ambition is to be an IS officer, my ambition is to be a teacher, whatever you want to be. Okay, it's very common. So just I have given some tips. I have not written a lot of sentences because it is not very important. And I just want to tell you all the guys, it was the first class for this spoken. And I hope that I will be giving you a lot of I think classes for this, because first of all you have to learn how to introduce myself, and now it is means assignment for you all the guys. You will practice at your home, taking all the points one by one, and means you will just write your experience in comment box. That's all. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.